Hi everyone, this is Deb Tim, a Canadian girl. Yesterday when I went downstairs, I noticed my 150-gallon aquarium had a slight green tinge to it. I was quite upset. So today I want to talk to you about an algae bloom, what it is, and how to deal with it. So please stay tuned. Yesterday I got up and found my 150-gallon aquarium having signs of a green tinge to the water. I knew right away I was going to battle an algae bloom if I didn't take some immediate steps. Algae not only attaches itself to surfaces, but also can survive in the water column itself, which is what gives the water the green tinge. An algae bloom occurs when something is off-kilter in any of the water parameters that assist in algae growth, most often attributed to excessive waste and overfeeding, causing a spike in waste chemicals that the algae thrive on. It could be the addition of more fish causing higher levels of waste that your system isn't prepared to deal with. Luckily, the remedy is quite simple. Do a water change of 50%, removing many of the nutrients the algae is consuming. If it was a heavy bloom, you may want to do a second water change the next day. Then you can get back on your regular maintenance schedule. So what is algae? Algae is actually the plural form for alga. Algae are plant-like living organisms that attach themselves to various surfaces. They're actually good for many fish as they like to snack on it, but when it gets out of control, it's not so nice. Algae contains chlorophyll, which is also responsible for the green color of plants. It's a vital part of photosynthesis because chlorophyll is what allows plants and algae to absorb energy from light which it needs to flourish. So what causes algae growth? There are a number of reasons for excessive algae growth, the most common being overfeeding. Even if the food you are feeding is completely consumed, you could still be overfeeding. Think of it this way. Take Thanksgiving dinner. How many of us eat more than we really need? Well, it's the same principle with fish. You may not have uneaten, spoiling food in your aquarium, but it's simple cause and effect. What goes in must come out. Spoiling food and fish waste are the two things that algae thrive on. Consider your feeding schedule. I have put my 150-gallon aquarium on a feed fast. I have a slight problem with an algae bloom, so this is one of my measures I'm taking to combat the problem. It may sound mean, but right now I'm feeding my haps and peacocks every other day. So I feed them, the next day I fast them. I feed them and fast them. It is virtually impossible to starve a fish. Limiting the waste in your aquarium will ensure a healthier environment for your fish. Your fish should never feel totally satisfied. If they are not eager to eat, then chances are you are overfeeding them. Another crucial element is having a good maintenance routine in place. Weekly water changes of at least 30% is a must. I do 50% weekly on all my aquariums. Some people do more. You need to decide what suits your tank best. It can be done simply and quickly and will greatly benefit your fish with healthier water. By this water exchange, you are diluting the pollutants in your water. Tank lighting can also have an impact on algae growth. Remember, through photosynthesis, algae creates its own food by soaking up the energy put off by light. Cutting back on the light will also cut back on the algae's ability to grow. Fish need a regular day and night cycle, but even with your tank lights off, they will still maintain that with natural light. In fact, The lights in our aquariums are for our enjoyment. The fish do not need them at all. The light they get in their natural habitat is similar to the natural light coming in a window without any lights on. This doesn't mean don't use your lights. Anytime I leave my house, I turn my tank lights off as there's no one to enjoy their beauty. And I'm also providing them with a healthier environment by limiting the algae growth. It's also important to consider tank placement. Direct sunlight on your aquarium will only encourage algae growth. Direct sunlight is not good for fish either, as it can increase the tank's temperature and create unnecessary stress. Algae is able to thrive in almost any conditions, so these are just tips to help reduce its growth. Lowering your tank's temperature is also helpful in retarding the growth of algae, as it is proven that algae flourishes in warmer temperatures. You can also add algae-eating fish to help keep algae under control. They will not be able to clean up an entire active bloom, so you must get that under control first. There are many species available that do a wonderful job, but be sure to do a little research first to find the one that best suits your aquarium setup. So until next time, this is Deb Tim signing out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having an excellent day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.